wasn't ready. All right. No, for real. What episode is this?
8.
7?
8? 7?
8, yeah.
8. Yeah, see, you weren't ready either.
I wasn't the one doing it.
Whatever. This is episode 8 of Gaming at the Round Table with Owl Knights Media. You're here with Crystal, Jojo, and Maverick, and we're here to talk about games. Last time we left off with a goodbye message, so this time we're going to just dive right in. I'd like to talk about coming soon, latest news and trending news. And it's currently April when we're recording, early April, and there are a couple of games that piqued my interest, and I think it'd be nice if we talk about it. So let's just jump right in. So the first one I've pulled up here is the Freedom Planet 2 official website, available on consoles and Steam. And so initial gut reaction when I saw this was,
Sonic.
Is this? Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mixed with Mega Man.
You know, I think this is hard to watch like super fast, but I even think I saw a couple
That's
of
actually
rings.
the same, like the same loops.
Yeah, it's
even the
clearly
same boss
inspired
type situation. Yeah.
But okay, so obviously anyone who knows gaming at all is going to go Sonic the Hedgehog or some sort of similar platformer to Mega Man series. There are gems instead of rings. I just saw it.
What? Oh, that's a level from Sonic.
Yep. Yeah, so much inspiration here. And I feel bad because it's obviously part 2, Freedom Planet 2. I've never heard of Freedom Planet. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I saw this in the gaming news that I follow, I was like, oh my gosh, we have to talk about this, or at least show it, right? So things that stand out that are different from Sonic. I see a couple of things. I'll go last.
Okay,
you guys
so
take a look.
I played Sega up until the point where it was Sega... trying to remember the platform's name.
Saturn, maybe?
It might have been Sega Saturn.
Okay.
But they had multiple different versions of Sonic games, one of which had Knuckles and a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like, I'm trying to look at something that would be different, but it looks like they took that concept and then like threw it back together.
Yep. Aesthetically.
Yeah.
What about you, Crystal? Anything stand out? Let's start with the level. Did you play Sonic?
We're talking about when I was like...
Negative numbers?
Very, very young, right? So I don't really remember much. But looking at it from what I do remember playing, this looks spot on to Sonic. It's just they changed the main character and the slight aesthetic of the world. It's more dark and more, kind of like spooky looking, whereas Sonic I feel like was brighter colors from what I remember. I think I've only played
like a circus level and like an underwater level.
See, I never played the underwater level. I did play, but the circus one I never played, so I don't know.
So I can see a few things. Joe, I have to commend you. Your eyes are fast. I would use a different phrase normally, but this is going on the internet. So one of the things that stuck out to you instinctively was that it was like one of the Sonic games where you had all his buddies. And if you watch this loop carefully, you'll notice that it's not the same character the whole time. There's this green girl, this...
that one that looks like Tails.
Brunette, yeah.
I think it's a bunny. Girl.
And then there's this chick with the gun and the tornadoes.
Oh, she has a
and the magic. Yeah. So there seem to be 3 main characters, and I think if I were to like check out their official, I just tried clicking our stream and not my actual webpage. It's like, what's going on? Let me try to expand this a little bit. They talk about it. And they talk about Sega Genesis platform was it's a tribute to the Sega Genesis platform games. Yeah, for sure. It, even if it wasn't a tribute, I feel like they'd have to say it was because it's very clearly inspired by. And then here in this preview of their YouTube video, you can actually see it looks like 4 characters. So there's the girl with the staff or spear. I have no idea what she is. Maybe a fox girl or
I
something.
think she's a bunny.
And this could just be a green mammal of some kind. I'm not sure. And a purple mammal of some kind. But there they are. Let's pull up a screenshot. Well, that was a slick animation. So obviously the art style is clearly designed to be nostalgic.
Well, they're cute.
Oh, they're very cute. I thought I had the Steam page still pulled up, but that's okay. I was hoping that they would talk a little bit. Whoa, lots of game assets. Yeah, very cool. And yeah, these levels are very reminiscent of Sonic. The play style, though, per what Joe was saying, right? You've got bullets and stuff, so very Mega Man-esque in terms of the 2D side scrolling. And then first of all, the pacing of this game is really fast.
Yeah.
Like incredibly fast. And it looked like it wasn't just jump, dash, and shoot either. Oh, they took me to their screenshots only page, I guess. Let's go back home for a second.
It reminds me of like the time trials on Sonic, where you had to get through the map in a certain amount of time.
Yeah. I love that there's a motorcycle. The real question is, I wonder if each of them have different movement mechanics. They clearly have different weapons and abilities. Like,
they do look like they move different.
So it says available.
This might bunny runs on all 4.
You have quick eyes. Oh yeah, they have different jumping animations too. Okay. Cool looking game. It's actually already out. I think it came out pretty recently. That's why I thought I had the Steam page up. Let's check out the about real quick. Maybe it'll say the release date. Newest update, boss rush mode. You were just talking about that. Oh, that is cool. Look at the eyeball. I didn't realize this was a video.
Oh.
This is absolutely a game 100% geared towards people like myself. This is what's the phrase? 1 billion% up my alley here.
10 billion.
10 billion. My anime is not nerding hard enough today. Okay, very cool. I don't want to get too down the rabbit hole, but obviously something very neat, something worth checking out.
Oh, that guy was cool.
The boss?
The dragon where it like connects to itself was really neat.
Oh, the animation is cool, but it's so slow. Stop. All right. Oh. The story.
Okay.
The story. That looks like a Pokemon.
That's why I was like, Mew.
Yep. So sure enough that they have an item system just like in Mega Man. I don't think Sonic ever had an item system, or it certainly wasn't a core mechanic.
No.
So you were right. It is like a smash up of a lot of these older 2D side-scrolling type games. I was hoping they'd mention when it released, but it's out. So something to check out if this looked cool to anybody watching our podcast. Definitely think I'm going to check it out myself.
You said
put out
it's
some
called,
more info.
what was it called?
That's Freedom Planet 2.
Freedom Planet 2.
And if it makes a noise similar to the rings when you collect a gem, I absolutely have to play it so I can send a recording to my father, because he says he absolutely hated the Sonic ding, 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 ding. So I hope they did that.
So it released on September 13th, 2022.
No, wait. Are you sure that's part 2?
It was released for Windows 2022 and was released on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox blah, 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 blah. April 4th, 2024. So,
okay.
That's why.
Yeah. That's today.
So at time of recording, that's today. We record it. Yeah. So recently available to people that aren't strictly computer. I feel bad that I'd never heard of it before, but this is... I'm excited to try it out. Okay, next up, and a little bit more controversial, definitely more modern, we've got this little gem. I'm going to press play. That might help. Marvel Rivals, the
This one I've
first
heard a little
announcement.
bit about.
So as this goes, I've already seen this, so I'll try to keep my reactions quiet. You guys feel free to chime in once
They
it
look
gets
like
to
a
the
mix
actual
of the
footage.
characters, not the original.
Obviously, Doctor Strange.
The Hulk.
I said this before and I'll say it again. This is Overwatch from Marvel.
They've got
Pretty
team ups.
much.
Did you see that in the corner? It showed a team up action. They'll probably do it again here in a minute.
Oh.
This is cool. Doctor Strange just portaled in the game.
I definitely see the Overwatch tie-ins, but it kind of feels almost like a MOBA.
There's team up activated again.
I wonder who the healer is.
Right now, it looks like a whole bunch of.
That was cool.
Definitely looks like destroyable
environment.
Rocket.
Okay.
Oh, he teams up
Team
with.
up.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. So the team up is exactly what it sounds like. You have abilities that you can do. Even that looked like Spider-Man. Hold on. Back it up. Editor, back it up. Back it up.
That one girl looked almost like the girl from Overwatch.
So here, so they combine. You see the team up activated. Now, if this is a multiplayer game, which if it's a PvP, it's definitely multiplayer.
Looks PvP.
I wonder how it works when you're playing with another player. Like Rocket jumps on top of you. Who's in control of the character now?
I feel like it would be you're just writing, right? Like you both control different
become
things.
Like a turret.
Yeah, like if I were to jump on Maverick's back, it's not that I move him, it's more so that I'm still doing my abilities maybe differently on his back though.
Well, all right, so that makes sense. What about this next one? It looks like Iron Man and Spider-Man fuse. It's coming up here. Right there.
No, that's that character's I think his daughter.
Yeah, but say that's not Spider-Man.
Oh, so that's a unique, like, standalone character that just looks
kind of
like
Iron Man's wife. I'm forgetting what her character name was.
Okay. Pepper?
Yeah.
All
she
right.
had her own suit too.
Panther, Spider-Man.
So while this does, I agree with you, Crystal. Definitely looks like
Overwatch.
Yeah, it's hard not to say that's not an Overwatch style game. Yeah, that's Storm.
I am legit excited for this. I know I'm gonna rage, but I'm excited.
What's funny is that I don't play Overwatch on purpose.
Yeah.
But just make it nerdy or comic book based and like, let's go.
Yeah.
That seems like what they did. Oh, and it's from Epic too.
Oh my gosh.
I'm seeing that right at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Of X-Men specifically. And I see there's Magneto in the top. I'm pointing this way. Yeah. Storm's in the front. Magneto's in there.
They look stunning.
I'm trying to make out this blue person.
I like the art style.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they slightly made it different. It's not like straight up Marvel.
Yeah. I also appreciate that they didn't make it look like the movie actors.
Yeah. They made it like the comic book characters. Well, I'm assuming.
They've done that with a few different Marvel games. They don't go with the movie because that happened with I played the game too. It was the one with Rocket.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians, yeah. The Guardians game, none of the characters were based on the movie characters.
Good.
Yeah, especially good for Groot. I like the comic book versions of him.
I love Doctor Strange.
I want to catch one more combo team because I know it happens fairly early on here. You see combo. There it is. Team up.
Oh, he's got like a green beam now.
Oh, I'm like, how are they fusing? I don't get it.
That was very mercy of him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, this is just all right. Definitely something to look into.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta stop saying definitely. I'm just so excited. My brain stops using big words. It goes simple, yes, like. Okay, let's look to see if there's any information on the release
games. But I saw the Epic thing on it.
Yeah, it definitely said Epic at the end.
Well,
Let
If
me pull
I'm
it back up.
right, Disney and Epic have a thing together, right?
I wouldn't be surprised because of
That-
Fortnite.
Yeah, so that's probably why it says Epic on it.
Makes
It could
sense.
be advertising the store. So if you look down there, it says Steam and Epic Games. It might be saying the Epic Games store, like
Yeah.
available on Steam and Epic Games Store.
So that's in
The closed alpha begins in May, though, so that's exciting. So when we do our streaming session, we might have to try this.
Yeah.
And try not to get too upset.
Oh, easy.
No problem.
Mute Mike. Mute Mike.
Okay, let's move on. This next one, I don't know as much about, but it's definitely, again, it's something that interested me, and so I put it on this list. It's slotted for April 18th of 2024. Yeah, it's going to be pretty soon here. Early access, I think, already started. I think it's actually already in early access, but let's go ahead and take a preview because I know you guys haven't seen this one. I have it muted because otherwise it would blow up my eardrums with these on. The genre, when I saw it, really screamed Diablo, but with a
ocean,
mechanically more like an action RPG similar to Dark Souls mechanics, it looked like to me, by the way they were fighting.
Got it.
It looks like the one that has the 4 horsemen. If that makes sense.
Yeah. What is the name of that?
That series is pretty good. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
It always skips you when you try to think of it, but I have the image in my head of the game you're talking about.
Yeah, that's got the same aesthetic feel to it.
Ew.
Yeah. Sensitive viewers, watch out.
Well, monster came out of another monster's mouth.
Okay, so Moon Studios. Here we go. Now we get to see actual gameplay.
Ooh.
So the animation of the gameplay itself really reminds me of the aesthetic of like the Baldur's Gate. Not Baldur's Gate 3, but
there's another game it reminds me of. I'm just trying to remember the name.
Oh, that just clicked for me.
There was the same game.
There's a MOBA game, very popular, that got turned into an anime on Netflix. Yes, League of Legends. It had an anime, and I watched it, loved it. I can't remember the name of it.
Why is my brain not working?
Yeah, today's struggle bus. But the animation right here reminds me of the anime on Netflix that was an adaptation of League of Legends. I was trying to place
Arcane.
that for longer. Arcane. Thank you very much. So they may be...
But there's another game that has that same aesthetic, and I'm trying to remember it. It'll probably come to me right as we finish.
It's a shame that this particular preview is more about the vibe of the game. I would have liked to see some more gameplay around it.
I don't like it when they do that. Show me the gameplay. Don't just show me cutscenes, because that tells me absolutely nothing about the game.
We might look out. This is available on Steam, so let's see if we can... Why is this not... Oh, is that as big as it gets? There we go. A couple of screenshots. There's only a few that we saw all this in the trailer. I guess they're trying to keep it to the people who have early access.
I got some bad news for you, Crystal.
Oh, what?
I'm seeing something that's saying it's Souls-like.
Oh. Well.
That just sank it.
Oh.
Well, they have early access.
For
April
who?
18th.
Not me.
I think we can register, can't we?
No, you can.
I didn't understand what you meant. So,
no.
Yeah, here's the planned release for the early access. 13 days from time of stream. So I think this is going to be a popular game. And mark me now, I guarantee you this is going to blow up streamers for a while. Definitely.
But yeah, I'm seeing a lot that says it's Souls-like.
What's the name of that movie where Tom Cruise and I think his name is Dustin Hoffman. Rain Man.
Rain Man.
Yeah, I'm being Rain Man today for if anyone's ever seen that. Okay, so while we're not a fan of Dark Souls, like it is worth mentioning that this is made by the studios that worked on Ori of the Blind Forest, and the official title is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. It's kind of hard to say though. So Ori's fantastic game, well loved in the industry. I'm hoping that this is more action RPG than it is Souls, but they are really the same genre. So we'll see how far into the Souls they get.
Yeah, there's another
translation. How difficult is this game?
There's another article that reads, "No rest for the wicked's crunchy combat is more Dark Souls than Diablo."
You know, now I'm starting to see why they named it No Rest for the Wicked. I'm sure it has to do with the lore, but they're probably like poking fun at their player base at the same time. Yeah, there it is. Creators of Ori. All right. So we can check that out shortly. Last one up. Inkbound. This is recently released in May of last year. Excuse
Close
me.
enough.
No, there was something else about this.
Oh, online co-op.
Why did I have this pulled up? Oh, there was definitely something about this that came to my attention.
Was it who produced it? Was it...
I've never even heard of Shiny Shoe.
I don't know.
Very positive reviews.
I have no idea. You know what it might be? I'm guessing here. Sorry for my lapse in memory. It might be one of those situations where it released on Steam in 2023 and potentially is releasing on consoles elsewhere. So let me just do a quick Google search. I almost typed in Google. Inkbound. Just see what pops up. All right. A couple of things. It's definitely an older game. Why did I have this on my list?
Because it said that it was releasing.
Yeah, but it's already out. And it's been out for quite a while.
Maybe it was just something you found interesting, which is fine.
It could be. It might be one of the things that I wanted to talk about and just jot it down too quickly. So, sorry. We'll circle back to it if I remember next podcast.
Oh, I want to see it now.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited. New game to me.
To us?
To us, yeah.
All right, here we go. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yeah. Turn-based.
Ooh.
Roguelite, your favorite, Joe? And turn-based for that matter.
That looks like a solid no for me, please.
Oh, the splat.
I love
An old man's reaction. That's mine.
I love the animation style in this, though.
Gosh, I wonder if it's because it's a multiplayer game. I wonder if I found this when I was researching MMOs. I've definitely got to look into this. Evolving in early access. Oh, maybe it's still in early access, and so maybe the game itself hasn't gone public, like full official release. That might be it, because we just saw that early access thing. And if this was a larger scale cooperative game, like an MMO or 4 to 8 players or something like that, it could be very fun for us to try out.
Inkbound 1.0 coming April 10th.
2024.
I believe so.
Okay. So as helpful as Steam is, it really threw me for a loop there, because it's like release date 2023.
Yeah.
What? That's not possible. Okay. So the early access obviously has been out for a while, and Inkbound itself, 1.0, official release is coming out this month. So,
well, I think it's just
Joe
an
didn't
update.
seem too enthused. Well, 1.0 is.
I didn't like the overall feel of the game. Not necessarily the mechanics of it, but I didn't like the aesthetic of it.
Let's talk a little bit about it. Oh, if I press play, I did press play. It's just lagging.
Like it looked like a lobby almost, and it looked like
Let's get to
the
that.
lobby in Minecraft, like where you're trying to play mini games or something.
So you're not a fan of instance lobbies?
Yeah,
Let me see if I can pause it. It's so fast when it. Okay, so we know at least has up to 4 players here in the same dungeon. Skill bar looks like an MMO skill bar. There are a lot.
Yeah.
it looks like RuneScape.
Yeah, I could definitely see the vibe.
I think
there.
that's what it is. It looks like RuneScape, but like the updated version.
It looks cute.
It looks like maybe you unlock characters because there's these little lock symbols
Aspects is what they're called.
Yeah,
Mm.
but maybe it's just flavor text. I suspect this is like your class.
I mean,
and that class is called Star Captain.
yeah, because before this it said new class, and now it's showing Star Captain. So
Here, I want to get to the lobby that Joe was talking about. I love the idea of a cannon walking around with legs. Just run for your lives.
So when you say turn-based, it looks like it's just skill cooldowns, right? Like when I think turn-based, really I think Baldur's Gate, where you each have to take a turn, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like you just have skills and they go on cooldown.
They could only be showing the part where the players aren't taking time to think.
Sea of Stars was like that though, where it was considered turn-based, but it was just a refreshing or time delay of abilities.
Finally paused it on the lobby area that you were talking about.
It looks like chat rooms from back in the day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that is.
You're too young for that one.
Way too young. I'm not
like
even going to go
Yahoo
that
chat
far
rooms.
back.
That's what that looks like right there.
So, what is that very popular? Well, I don't know if it's popular, but it's certainly there's Roblox. I think.
Yeah.
Roblox is based. Yeah, the modern day version of old chat
Especially
rooms.
the characters on the side. They look just like Roblox.
So Joe said it's ugly, it's turn based, and it's a roguelite. I'm out.
And
what about you, Chris?
I feel like I would try it. I think the characters look cute, which I'm a pretty big fan of cute things. So,
is this dude wearing a metal like cat mask thing helmet?
Cat mask, yes.
Poseidon.
Yeah, Poseidon right there. I think what made this appealing to me was the notion of being able to play with other people.
Yeah.
And since it's something that's coming out this month, I thought, well, if it's fun, right, I can forgive it being a little bit dated looking. I can forgive it for a lot of things if you can have fun with your friends.
I was about to say, I would play a trash game in order to play with people. Are you kidding me? And I have played
That's
trash
actually
games.
a true statement. Like you can play games that just on average don't compare aesthetically to other games, but if they're fun, but that's why Roblox and games like that are so popular.
Yeah.
What's that game where everyone was saying you're sus?
Oh my
Among
God.
Us?
Among Us, yes.
We should just make a TikTok where it's all the times in this podcast where we all go, I don't remember. And just put like gray beards on us and like a fake cane.
Listen, it's so close to Friday. Burnt out.
Why did I mention that? I mentioned that because that is a game where I 100% believe that if that released as a single player experience game, it would have bombed horribly.
Mm-hmm.
You would have never even heard of it. Can you imagine just trying to solve murders in a spaceship when you're a walking potato?
Ah, Among Us. I was like, what are you talking about? I forgot.
That goes into the end of the TikTok.
Sorry.
Yeah, so to the point that you guys were making, games you might not play on your own could be a lot more fun with others.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some of the games that we dug up for April, or at least in the April news, right? Steam does a
stream.
really good job. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying for stream because on a separate thing we can talk about, there's the lineup for Xbox
Yeah.
Game Pass for April.
Do you want? I'm gonna try to stop sharing here. Here we go.
I think I can pull mine up. Here we go.
We might actually want to look into the PlayStation version of this. Maverick?
Inkbound?
No. How he has Xbox Pass?
Oh, yeah. You make a good point.
There we go.
There's your
okay,
screen.
I'll start with what's leaving the Game Pass as far as April 15th. It's Amnesia. There's two of them, actually, collection. So there's... The cool part about the Game Pass is it's not just on Xbox. It's on the console, cloud, and for PC.
That's right. I have this.
So I can actually send you guys a trial. Just let me know.
Do you get credits?
I'm not 100% sure, but it's worth a shot.
May as well. I'm pretty sure I don't have it, so go ahead and send it over.
So there's Amnesia. There's the collection, the Rebirth game, Back for Blood, Phantom Abyss, Research and Destroy, and then Soma. Those are coming off. Now, one other advantage is when these games are on the Game Pass, you can get them for a discounted price, which is a cool thing. Now, what's coming to April 2024, it's the first wave. It's Super Hot, Mind Control Delete, Lego 2K Drive, Lil Gator Game, EA Sports PGA Tour, Kona, Botany Manor, or is it Botany Manor? Sorry. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and then Harold Halibut.
Will you click Super Hot? I want to confirm if it's the game I think it is.
Super Hot. It's up here.
Okay, they got it all there.
Could have sworn it was right. Here we go. Let's check it out.
Mind Control Delete instead of Control Alt Delete.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's... You want me to play the video?
Yes. Joe, have you ever played this game?
No.
But to say, Maverick, you've literally played this.
Well, it's a new version.
True.
And we have VRs. I love this game series. If it is a series. I don't recognize the title being...
It's on PlayStation 4.
Oh, well, there's Briar's Ice Cream if anyone wants some. See if you can click the expand. There we go.
What?
So I should probably explain this game while you're watching. The way it works in VR is if you hold still, time holds still, and all of these enemies are trying to kill you. And so you hold still to assess the situation. And then again, it's VR. You start moving to try to defend yourself just long enough to where you need to assess the situation again. And you stop moving and time stops moving. And so they usually will start you up in a level with, like, say, a gun on a nearby counter and an enemy in sight. And so you got to figure out, okay, how can I get to this weapon and destroy the enemy before they get to me? And so it's just having the ability to pause time, and you play it.
An airplane.
And then
you got a sword.
Oh, it cut him in half.
Oh, this one's got a gun. Oh, there he goes.
Get that gun. Get that gun.
You can grab the gun. It's so addicting. I know it looks terrible.
I was going to say, like, visually...
It looks like something you would find yourself in straight up a nightmare. Where just white walls everywhere and everything's just squares.
I do feel
looks like an insane asylum.
It's much more fun to think about in VR than it is.
Yeah, if that was a regular game, it wouldn't work.
Oh, no way. Especially because you have to, like, move your hands, and it's one of the few games that I've seen that's 100% designed for VR, will only work on VR, and is absolutely perfect. They do it wonderfully.
Yeah.
Joe, since you've never tried this, when you come up to visit, make sure I put you in a VR. Game is really,
Funny
really
it
fun.
doesn't even say that's for PlayStation 5. It just says PlayStation 4, Xbox One. I guess it's just Xbox or PlayStation. But it came out in June of 2020. Oh, because it's coming to Battle Pass. Brain
Yep.
fart.
This, what should
Makes
we
sense.
title this podcast? The old people and their bad memory. Old
Yeah.
people and their bad memory talk about recent events.
Oh no.
This is good.
Um,
All right. Well,
again, I just wanted to mention these because they're coming out this month. The first one came out on the 2nd. Oh, there's like almost every day. And then there's a gap.
that's so neat. I definitely need to look into the PlayStation Pass just because it'd be good to be up to date on that as well. Those are games that we could talk about.
okay. So for next podcast, we'll bring you some gaming news from not just the Xbox Game Pass. We'll always. We will also look into games that are coming out, especially on the passes for the various consoles that we own.
Mm-hmm.
So expect computer, PS5, potentially Switch, and Xbox. And hopefully our memory will be a little bit better next podcast as well. This has been, yeah, definitely. I don't know how we're going to edit that part. This has been Gaming at the Round Table with Owl Knights Media. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.